Making 10K per month taught me 3 things about attracting women, starting with how girls react to a rich guy. For a few years now, I had been having success with girls just by being charismatic, confident, and courageous. I never really had too much money to my name, and during this time I was always trying different businesses. I failed quite a few of them, and I had various sales jobs that made me money, but I was nowhere near balling out or being rich. And I always thought that everything was gonna change once I started my first successful business and was making 10K or more per month, but the truth may surprise you. About a year ago, I went to Sweden after starting my first successful business and making over 10K per month. I remember the first time I walked into the club, I had supreme confidence. Now I'd been successful for the first time ever in a country where no one makes this sort of money for the most part, and especially not at my age. I thought I was gonna have girls drooling over me, that things were gonna be different, and I'd already had plenty of success, like I said, but I thought it was gonna take it to another level. But to my surprise, when I told people I was a business owner, they didn't really care. When I talked about my accomplishments, it actually turned girls off more than when I just stuck to my charismatic basics back when I was younger and broke and talked to girls about themselves and was just a nice, friendly person. And I was really surprised. So the lesson here is, if you think that girls are gonna absolutely just become attracted to you overnight, if you become a millionaire, if you hit a crypto pump, or if you start a successful business, you are mistaken, my friend. Once I reverted back to my charismatic ways, there is something that money did for me that was massive in helping me get girls. So in Sweden, the town I was in is my mom's hometown. It's a very small city, and over the last few years, everyone's gotten to know me there. I've been with quite a few girls in that city, and it's kind of dried up the pool of who I can actually get with. And this year, I started going to the city to the north, 1 hour. It's a much bigger city. It's a university city, so it attracts girls from all over the country. And in this city, they got much better clubs. It's just all around a better spot to be. But if I wanted to party there, I pretty much have to get a hotel. I have to take the train there. I'm gonna have to buy food while I'm over there. So there's a lot of expenses that get accrued in just going to the city to party and be around better girls. And that's exactly what I did. See, after a little bit of hanging out in the city that I was at, once I went back to my charismatic ways, I was getting some more success. But I realized that if I took myself up to this bigger city, everything would be 10x'd. And it is exactly what happened. I mean, I started going there every single weekend, spending quite a bit of money on the hotels, the train, gas if I drove up, food. I went out to dinner, sometimes with my friends, sometimes I took a girl who I might have been seeing out to dinner. And those are the costs that, were expensive. But in terms of actually getting the girls, it was still me having to be the charismatic version of myself. The money only helped me get access to the places with the beautiful girls and where there's more attractive girls, and be able to buy the hotels and have a spot that's convenient and right next to the club. That is what money did for me. Money didn't just get me girls. It gave me access to be around the girls where I can be the best version of myself. See, that's all that money did for me in this situation. And it's very, very powerful, but you still have to be the man yourself. You can't just expect that money is gonna attract girls. You have to already be courageous enough to go and talk to every girl you find attractive. You have to be confident. You have to understand verbal and nonverbal communication and how to display confidence throughout that in your communicative style. It goes so many layers deep, and throwing money on top of a bad setup in terms of not being the man. Like when I was younger, if I had a crypto pump, let's say, that went through the moon, I would have never had successful girls because I wouldn't have gone out there and had any of the skills necessary in order to become attractive to them. They would have just seen some kid who got lucky with a crypto pump. But now, after having years of trial and error with business, after going out there and learning all the skills of getting girls, being courageous, facing my fears, this is what girls have found attractive, and throwing money on top of that only amplified it. Once you're in the places where the hot girls are, this is what they will notice about your money. So 2 summers ago, I was walking with a girl from the club to an after party, and we were having a nice conversation, and I was wearing a blazer at the time that was a bit oversized. I hadn't really dialed in my style fully at this point, and the blazer was a bit long on my sleeves, so it went kind of to my knuckles a bit, and it was just overall a little bit baggy. And when we were walking, she nicely told me, she was like, this blazer doesn't really fit you that well, it's a bit oversized. And she actually worked at like a Men's Warehouse type of store. It was like a higher end clothing store. She was like, why don't you bring it in? We can get it tailored for you and make sure it really fits you well. And after that, I didn't wear the blazer again because I was like, shit, it doesn't fit me. I didn't even know this. I'm looking silly. So what girls will notice about your money is the little details. It's gonna be the quality and fit of your clothes. See, this past summer when I got to Sweden, I bought some blazers and I took them directly to the tailor and I got them fitted. They were perfectly up my sleeves. I got them tapered around my back so it makes my shoulders and back look bigger, my waist look smaller. I made sure that my chino pants were the perfect length. I had one that was a bit too long, so I got it brought up and now it fits perfectly. These are the little things that will enhance your appearance. It's the proper fitted high quality clothes. I'm not saying you gotta go out and buy designer, Gucci, Louis Vuitton. That's a waste of money. I'm just talking high quality clothes, like, you know, they might be a little bit on the expensive side, but nothing ridiculous. And really making sure they fit you well. And now beyond that, it's gonna be the things that you do with your money. See, if you're investing in yourself through high quality food, through getting the best training, whether you're just training yourself or you get a personal trainer so you can really accelerate that process, or you're investing in knowledge and you're taking on mentorships to learn about communication, to learn about, if you joined a fitness program from a really good fitness guy to get his knowledge on how you can, build the most attractive body. Whatever it is, it's what you do with your money and the man that you become that's gonna become the most attractive. So if you're using your money as a tool and a resource to level up your character consistently between the internal and the external, this is what's gonna make you attractive and this is what girls are gonna notice. If you're always showing up looking sharp, I'm talking, haircut fresh all the time. If you rock a clean shave, just keep that shit clean shaven. If you're, looking big and jacked and you're in the gym, you're eating high quality foods, you're taking care of yourself, you've got a good gym membership, you invest maybe in recovery, like I go to an ice bath and sauna place, it costs $100 a month, it's nothing crazy, but these are all expenses that you can take on to invest in yourself. I'm always reading books, I'm always investing in mentorship, learning, how to level up in many different areas of my life. And every single time it gives me a massive return on investment, investing in those high quality clothes. I don't have it on me now, but having a nice watch. I bought a Rolex when I was younger, and these are all the things that will, add to your appearance slowly and make you the man that is just very attractive. It's not gonna be one singular thing. Like I thought that buying that Rolex was gonna be an absolute game changer. Once again, another misconception. No one cared. And it's all the little things once they stack up, like having a nice watch, having good fit, making sure that you're actually looking good within the clothes, having a great body that showcases you in a good way with the nice fitted clothes. That's one of the most important things is actually, who is underneath the clothes. Because if you put the same clothing on a fat guy that you put on me, it wouldn't look the same. I would look way better in it as someone who is ripped. So these are all the little things that add up, and this is what you should be looking to do with your money. Money just sitting in a bank account is not gonna do much for you in helping you get girls and become more attractive to them. So that's the last thing I learned, is to really invest in yourself in many different ways. One of the most obvious and quickest ones is gonna be your style and your appearance, getting your clothes tailored, high quality stuff. The little things, they really start to stack up, but I've kind of gone through quite a few of them at this point. So that is it. It's just investing in yourself as an individual to level up in as many areas as possible and really develop your character. Like if it's a video game, develop your character as much as possible. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys got a ton of value out of this, and if you did, make sure to subscribe to this channel. On here, I'm gonna be teaching you how to become attractive to girls and get as many dates as possible. So if that sounds of interest, hit that subscribe button. And if you want my free dating blueprint course, I'm gonna link that down in the description. It's completely free. It's just gonna give you tons and tons of value. And I hope to see you guys in there. It's a school community, so we're also gonna be posting everyone's wins, talking about girls, all the cold approaches we do. And I really hope to have you guys in there. And if you want to work with me as a coach, you can always just book a free one-on-one coaching call down below. And that's it. Have a great day, everyone.